Good morning, everybody. I'm Bill Gillon. I'm President and CEO of the Cotton Board, and I want to thank everybody for joining us this morning. As we're all getting ready for the holidays, thanks for taking the time to listen to this presentation. I'm so pleased with these Cotton and Coffee sessions and the platform it gives us to share the work of the Cotton Research and Promotion Program with you. Now, for today's sessions, Stacey, Gorman, and I will be sharing information with you about some of the ways the Cotton Board works to keep our stakeholders, you, informed of the many activities and accomplishments of the program. To start, I'm going to turn it over to our Director of Communications, Stacey, to talk about our stakeholder transparency goals and the efforts we've put behind it so far. Then we'll conclude the session by taking a look at the conclusions of our recent concluded third-party economic evaluation of the Research and Promotion Program. So, Stacey.
Thank you, Bill. And good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us. Before we really dive into the program, I want to start by sharing with you what we mean when we say stakeholder. So we define a program stakeholder as anyone who pays an assessment fee into the Cotton Research and Promotion Program. So for our program, that's both cotton producers and importers. So we collect a per bale assessment on all upland cotton that's harvested and ginned in the United States, as well as a fee on the cotton content of all upland cotton products imported into the U.S. So our stakeholders are the cotton producers and importers who pay into the program. So it is a core part of the Cotton Board's mission to keep those stakeholders informed of how their assessment dollars are being spent and what kind of bang they're getting for their buck. At the Cotton Board, we aim to provide a level of transparency second to none, and we utilize many different tactics to get that information out to you, our stakeholders. We want to ensure that those of you who fund the program have easy access to information about all the amazing work you're funding, and we want you to know where and who to go to when you're looking for additional information. So I want to start by sharing some of the tactics we use to share the good work that Cotton Incorporated is doing on behalf of the program. One way we provide transparency is by having our regional communication managers, and they're located in each region of the Cotton Belt. You've met them all this morning, and hopefully you've seen them out and about in your respective region. We call them RCMs, and they are our boots on the ground and the face of the program in the field. The Cotton Board RCMs are in the know about what's happening and are always available to give updates and answer any questions that you may have about what's going on with the program. We hope that you see them and listen to their updates when they're attending industry meetings and events. And if you have not had a chance to have a one-on-one with your RCM, please feel free to put your name in the chat, and we will reach out to you and make sure you get connected with your regional communication manager. You can tell people about all the wonderful things Cotton Incorporated is doing on behalf of program stakeholders, but sometimes the best way really is to show them. And for that reason, the Cotton Board hosts producer tours of Cotton Incorporated's world headquarters and research facilities every year. During these tours, participants have the chance to hear from key Cotton Incorporated staff and tour the world-class research facilities. So we're hosting 3 tours in 2023, one in February, one in March, and a women's tour in June. And if you've never attended a producer tour, we would love to host you. So please let us know in the comments or reach out to your RCM, and we will get you scheduled to come on a tour of Cotton Incorporated so you can see firsthand the work they do on your behalf. Another resource I wanted to share this morning is a new section of cottonboard.org called Stakeholder Transparency, and it makes it easier than ever to access important program-related information. You can find this page on the cottonboard.org website under the About tab, or it's one of the hubs that's called out in the resource section of cottonboard.org's homepage. So stakeholder transparency really is the go-to section for stakeholders who are seeking detailed information about the program. When you start exploring this part of the site, you'll find annual reports from both the Cotton Board and Cotton Incorporated. These reports are really a great place to start and are full of useful information. So annual reports, you'll find a letter from our current chairman. You'll find budget and financial information for both organizations, departmental highlights, and board roster information. Additionally, if you keep scrolling on the stakeholder transparency section, you'll come across some detailed financial information. So for the Cotton Board, we provide a budget breakdown that really gives you a deep dive look into how our budget is broken down by section and dollar amount. Additionally, for the years that our audit has already been completed, you'll find an audited expenditures chart that shows how much of the budget, how much of the total collections was dedicated to Cotton Board operations, how much was invested in research and promotion, which means Cotton Incorporated, and how much went to our USDA oversight. You'll also find Cotton Incorporated financial information on this page. They provide budget breakdowns that really give a great level of detail, going department by department on what those dollars are allocated toward. So you'll see by project and research priority how much funding each department is getting and really what the goals for that department are. This is a level of detail that we're very proud to provide, and I would encourage you to check it out. Additionally, on stakeholder transparency, you'll find Cotton Board and Cotton Incorporated's rosters. So if you're curious about who is serving in leadership, either as a member, alternate, or director for the Cotton Board or Cotton Incorporated, this is a great place to go. You can search by state and find out who's serving and representing your area or state. Additional information you'll find there, we have all of our governing documents available, so you can take a look at the actual Research and Promotion Act or order. If that's something that you're into, please go take a look. It's a heavy read, but we want to make sure it's available. We also have our policies, and additionally, Cotton Incorporated shares with us mid-year and year-end activity reports. And these are reports that they prepare for the Secretary of Agriculture that really gives a robust look into what each department at Cotton Incorporated is working on, what they've done, what goals they've met. It's a great document, and we're really pleased to be able to house it for you there. Finally, I want to talk briefly about the economic effectiveness reports. We conduct an economic effectiveness study every 5 years, and we house the results from those studies here on stakeholder transparency. So to tell you a little bit more about that, I'm going to turn the program back over to Bill to share more information on this particular tool, and he will also share some of the most recent results from that evaluation. So thanks for your time this morning, and I will turn it over to Bill.
Thanks, Stacey. And I guess I agree with most everything you said, except the part about the Cotton Research and Promotion Program being a dry read. I mean, that's pretty exciting stuff for me. So the rest of you may want to read it. It's engaging. As Stacey mentioned, the most recent 5-year economic analysis of the Cotton Research and Promotion Program is posted on our website under the Stakeholder Transparency section. This analysis is conducted every 5 years in order to determine the economic effectiveness or the impact of the Research and Promotion Program. This is primarily a quantitative economic analysis. It's conducted by independent, experienced economists, and their work is peer-reviewed. And after all that, the final report is also reviewed by USDA as well as USDA economists, and all that happens before we publish this. This is essentially our economic report card. We want to answer the question, what is the program doing? for its producer and importer stakeholders, the ones who contribute into the program. And as we indicated, this is the third 5-year report I have overseen during my term here with the Cotton Board. Now, all 3 of these studies have shown very positive impacts. This latest, for example, showed that the effect of the program has been to increase demand for cotton and cotton fiber products, to increase U.S. and world prices of upland cotton. It's led to increased revenues for producers and importers. It's enhanced yields and expanded acreage. It's generated very positive returns on every dollar that's invested by the stakeholders. It's reduced real cost per acre to produce cotton. And it's also increased the demand and value of cottonseed. And as we've stated, the full economic report is available on the Cotton Board website, as are the 2 previous reports. One thing to note is that the economic impacts are measured both over a short-term period, which is the most recent 5 years, and over the longer term. In this case, most of the data starts in 1986 and goes through 2019. Now, that's over 30 years of data. I'm going to run through just a few specific findings today, but please look at the full report for more detail. And I said that the statute was interesting reading for me. Barry Worsham finds an economic analysis like this pretty interesting. I think you would agree. So starting off on the details, long-term retail demand for cotton was found to be almost 15% higher on average as a result of the program. That amounts to about 2.75 million bales per year, and that's equal to about 50% of the total cotton produced in the Southeast. U.S. farm prices for cotton were found to be higher by about 13% on average as a result of Cotton Incorporated's marketing and promotion efforts. Producers are receiving, as I indicated, an excellent return on their investment, earning about $6.50 for every $1 invested in this program over the longer term. And the program accounted for about $11.2 billion in farm level returns over the longer term, which is about 9% of the net revenue earned by cotton producers on average over that period. The program is responsible for about 12% of net revenue of producers over the most recent 5 years. Now, turning to the agricultural research programs that are carried out and sponsored by Cotton Incorporated, they were also shown to have helped producers. They've increased cotton yields in every U.S. production region. The ag research programs have reduced production costs significantly and ultimately have saved growers an amount equal to about 4.5% of average cash production costs. The analysis also reviewed the program's impact on cottonseed use and markets, finding that the program has increased demand for cottonseed and helped increase prices for cottonseed by over $12 a short ton. And with respect to importer stakeholders, the economic results were also very positive, finding that the program has increased retail sales revenue and generated a return on investment of about $14 for every $1 invested by importer stakeholders. We've said several times, this report is the third consecutive in-depth look at this program by seasoned agricultural economists covering over 30 years of data, and it is an independent analysis. Each of these reports has shown similar positive impacts. It is important to note that the agricultural research part of this analysis has improved over time. The economists improve their ability to measure ag research results and with every economic review that they conduct. The bottom line is that this program is working and generating returns for all of its stakeholders. So again, I encourage each of you to review the full report and review the other information on our website. Ultimately, the Cotton Board, we view it as our responsibility to ensure that all of our stakeholders are informed about this program, not just the ones who come to our meetings. We want it to be easy for each of you, all producers and all importers, to see what is being done with these funds, and also to learn why it's being done. So with that, I'll be here to answer any questions. Stacey, I'd like to turn it back over to you.
Thanks, Bill. So after everything that you've heard this morning, we hope that you walk away with a little bit of a better understanding of where to go when you need information. But I also want to encourage you to stay connected with us. Calling in for Cotton and Coffee is a great way to stay connected and to find out what's going on with the program. Other ways, you can find us on social media. We are active on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube under the name The Cotton Board. So thank you again. And at this time, we will stop our presentation and open it up for questions. Thanks.